What's up, everyone? It's Edban24 here. Just doing my thing, you know how it is. Um, if you're watching this video, I got two things to say to you. Twilight sucks. Twilight sucks. Yes, you heard me right. Probably asking, why does it suck? Why do I hate Twilight? Well, I'll tell you why. Twilight is not that good. It really is not. Now, I have seen the movie. I, however, have not read the book. However, I do have reliable sources from multiple friends of mine that I know who have read the book and given me their take. I'll tell you why it's bad. If you watch Blow Yourself Up, dude, review, I dislike it for the exact same reasons. I dislike it for the exact same reasons, and believe me, I really have nothing else to say besides that. Number one reason I dislike it is because it's a bad influence on young girls. That's case in point, okay? If you like the book, I'm not saying you're bad. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying you most likely do not understand the concept of a person who is unable to do exactly what you say at any given time. This is not what a relationship is. This is point in case. I've been in a few relationships myself, and I know for a fact that that's not how things work. You can't expect someone to follow you blindly. You have everything in their lives to help you. I'm sorry, that's just like I don't know what kind of fantasy world you may be living in, but that's just not happening. So, number two reason I dislike Twilight, the love story is kind of cliche and it's nothing really that special. I mean, honestly, I could give an intellectual argument comparing Twilight of how it's just an underrated, it's just an overrated version, modern day version of Romeo and Juliet that kind of just twists things around. I mean, honestly, think about it. You have you have a male who follows his woman to almost every level of any level possible, protects her, serves her, and basically lives with her. And it's real. I mean, honestly, how's it much different than Romeo and Juliet? I mean, it's really not that different. I mean, besides the fact that they die at the end of the first book, and that obviously does not happen since there are sequels. And besides the fact there is a second kind of conflicting love interest, I mean, that's case in point. Number three reason I dislike Twilight, and this is more of a personal bias, I dislike those kind of shows that have a woman and several men following her or having like a similar love interest. Um, I don't know what they call it. I hate this kind of anime. This is anime and manga. I just hate this kind of literature in general. I just think it's very. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's just. It's just boring to me, honestly. It's really just boring. I mean, I know this may be. This is a biased reason why I do not like Twilight, and
Fuck Twilight, nigga.
yeah, um, really, I just don't like it. I don't. I can see why people like it, but I just don't like it myself. And the number four reason I hate Twilight is because when you have some of those fans who were Twilight fans, I can understand, but Twilight fanatics is something completely different. A Twilight fan to me is someone who just enjoys the book and enjoys the literature. Enjoys the literature, and enjoys the movies and the merchandise behind it. That's a Twilight fan to me. A Twilight fanatic, however, is someone who takes the context of every single element that's presented in the book and feels it needs to be imparted in their own lives. I mean, you can say that a few morals might might inspire you. I mean, like you could see acts of loyalty, obviously, of compassion, of love. You can see that all. You can totally see that. But if you think that your boyfriend slash husband or whoever is just gonna be okay with being like being abstinent or something, Um, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand abstinence. I am it myself, but if you think your boyfriend or husband is gonna be like okay with this, I, I don't know what to say to you. Honest, I don't know what to say to you. Um, and if you don't believe me, in the description, I will post the link to a post that dictates exactly why I think it's bad. A person posted how his marriage was almost ruined by Twilight, and I'm not lying. I will post a link in the description of the article that I read, and am absolutely surprised that this is really something that's an issue.
Fuck Twilight, nigga.
Yeah, I apologize. It's my roommate. Yeah, Twilight. I don't like. I saw the movie. I have friends who read the book. I've read their tar. Don't get me wrong. Some of my friends are female who did enjoy the book. I will not lie. They said the book was good. It was entertaining. That's fine. Also have girls who read it who said they hated it. I have guys who also read it, and yes, guys read Twilight, who said they enjoyed the book also. That's fine. And guys who said they hated it. Okay. But I don't want to hear about how Twilight is like the most romantic love story in the entire world. It's in history. I mean, if you think that I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying you're probably very narrow-minded. There are a lot of other love stories that are a lot better than Twilight.
It's so sexy, like, come on.
Yeah, and um,
That nigga's ugly, man.
I mean, and just to go in depth, more to myself, the only reason I saw Twilight is because my sister wanted to go. My mom asked me to take my sister to the movies. I did not want to go. I did not want to spend money. She told me, "Oh, don't worry, I'll just give you the money." I said, "I don't want to go." I pretty much got baited into it, so she paid me off $20 to take her. So I said, if I have to sit through like 2 hour movie that's boring like this, I said, all right, fine, I can. I saw the movie. It was an absolute waste of time. I did not enjoy it. Um, However, I do plan to see the others. Why I plan to see the others, I'll explain why. To me, to fairly hate Twilight and to dislike it entirely, I must sit through and watch all the videos so I understand the entire context of the entire series. If I just hate the entire series for one part of it, then how's that fair? I mean Harry Potter, for example. I'm a Harry Potter fan. If I just hated it because of one movie, does that make the entire series bad? No. I will sit and watch all the Twilight movies. I don't plan to read the books because I just don't have the time to. And I would just spend like a day, a free day that I have, just watching Twilight videos. And after I've seen the entire series, I've seen every point and angle. I'll maybe read a few reviews, good and bad. I'll then, at some point, if I feel like it, post a follow-up video to this and give my closing thoughts on Twilight. So, this would end bed 24 with my Twilight rant. Comment, subscribe, and thank you for joining me. And I will post a follow-up video to this, and I'll also put the link to the article that I read about how a marriage was almost ruined by Twilight. So, EdBen24 signing off.